So, how do you cut? Delicious. Eating salad, spinach out of the bag. Disgusting. That's what it is. This is not how you lose weight. Eating salads, foods that you actually hate. It's disgusting. I haven't even washed it. Let me just... Oh my God, I'm gonna get something because of YouTube. Listen, familia, like some of you will know if you follow me on Instagram, I've been cutting. Can you see my waist looking more snatched? Look at that. Still keeping my glutes, my glute gains. Look at the bunda gains over here. But how do we do it? And especially, what is cutting? Why do we do it? Why do people do cutting and bulking? Is there any other alternatives? Today, I will be showing you everything, how I do it, the best approach, and especially how to stop just eating grass because you're not a cow, quite frankly. And if you don't, I mean, if you like salad, then it's fine. But if you don't, then just eating salads on its own, just because you think that that's what you have to do, is wrong. Right, familia, let's start with the most important things. First thing first, obviously, breakfast, explaining how I do it and why. So this is, by the way, creatine, and especially if you're cutting, I really seriously recommend you taking it, just because you will start losing some of your strength with cutting, and it's normal, okay? Because you won't consume the same amount of calories. So creatine is an extra form of energy that we already have, by the way, in our body. Our body already produces it, but this is boosting it, okay? So this pushes us to have extra reps and extra gains. So it's very important, especially when you're cutting and you're starting to feel more depleted in terms of energy and strength. This is actually good and also helps with recovery. I get mine from Process, and I'll put the link in the description, by the way. Discount code therapy if you want to get my same one. Even if you don't get this one, familia, I always recommend you getting some creatine if you are cutting, especially. Okay, so what I do, I put it in my bot. This is bot familia. She comes with me everywhere with besties, and I literally have it every single day. And I put it in my water bottle because I know that I'm gonna drink it anyway throughout the day. Now, a lot of people think, they say, oh, when do I have to take creatine? It doesn't matter when you take it, as long as you take it daily. So for me, for example, I just put it in the morning in my water bottle because I know that I'm gonna eat it. Now, next thing, I mean, I've been so excited to have this. These are my breakfast muffins, because do you remember I used to have oats all the time? Well, I got bored of it, of course. And it's like, sometimes you fancy something savory, right? I meal prep these. So I literally make the buns all at once, I meal prep them. And they're only like 350 calories, which are amazing macros if you're trying to cut. So this is a little tip for you. And look, like, delicious. They have cheese as well. Oh yeah. I'm also gonna take my vitamin D because there is no sun in the UK, guys, so you're gonna do what you're gonna do. Again, same, I ordered it from the supplement company, from Process, again, link in bio for this if you wanna get the vitamin D as well. Really good for your immune system. Now, let me explain a couple of things with this. Let me just show you. Guys, if you don't meal prep, you're gonna end up eating things on the go or even skipping breakfast, and it's not optimal. I mean, I'm a breakfast person, but the thing is, if you skip breakfast and then you get super hungry, you'll start eating random things, you start eating out. It's not really healthy, okay? So instead, if you prepare these, you can pop them in the microwave, in the air fryer, even at work, you can take them at work with you. How handy are they? And I'll tell you how to make them very quickly. But we're here to be, right? Let's just show you from this. You literally get some buns I get them from either Sainsbury's or your local supermarket. Burger buns. What you do when you meal prep, you get a tray full of all the burgers and you just put them in the oven, so you don't have to worry about it. You just literally pop them, throw them in the oven, and you leave it, you do your things. Then, as soon as they are ready, I literally just grab the bun, I slap a slice of cheese, just one slice of cheese, nice and easy, the burger and some spinach. Close it, wrap it, done. Oh my God, it's like life-saving, and they're like 350 calories, 30 grams of protein, super good. And if you don't like red meat, you can also buy different burgers. There is turkey burgers, there's chicken burgers, there is even the vegan ones that you can buy. How amazing. Well, no, so delicious. Right, the moment of the truth for me. I have to measure myself. So this is my first check-in with my cat on week 2. This is my second week of my cat, okay? Now, before I show you how I'm looking, my measurements, etc., I want to first of all talk to you about, because a lot of people say, why do you cut and then bulk? When you're more advanced in training, like me, I've been training for 10 years, okay? There is different options that you can choose. So you can decide if you, like, the most optimal way people want to lose fat and build muscle at the same time. That's like the dream, right? Everyone wants to do that. You want to grow your glutes whilst losing fat at the same time. This is called body recomposition, and your calories will be at your maintenance. So not in a deficit, not in a bulk, in the middle. Does it make sense? By the way, it's not for everyone though, because it's not that anyone can do this. And it also depends on many factors as well. Personally, for me, I prefer cutting because I am more advanced into training. So for me, building muscle will be harder than someone, because I already built enough muscle now. Someone instead that is beginner that has a lot of potential because it has a lot of muscle to build, it will be easier obviously for them to do this. So for me to keep building muscle, I just prefer doing a bulk and then a cut because it also happens much faster, okay? If you were to do body recomposition, because we are in the middle, it will take you longer to start losing fat and to build muscle for both of them. Whereas if you do deficit, it takes you quicker to obviously lose fat if you already have muscle there. But obviously you can't build muscle there on the cut because obviously you're cutting. Bulking, easy and faster to build muscle, much faster, but you can't lose fat. So that's why a lot of people choose in between, but it's not for everyone. And sometimes for someone it's better to first do a cut to lose the fat quickly, get rid of all the fat, and then rebuild the calories and refeeds, etc., and grow their bunda. But that's how I do with my clients. But with my clients, I always do a consultation. So I get to speak to them and I understand what their starting point is, what their goals are, how much faster they need to reach them. So if you want me to do that for you as well, don't forget the link in the description below. But anyway, let's get to the juicy points right now. I haven't actually measured myself since my bulk, and this is my second week into my cut. So obviously I'm not expecting crazy results. All right, let's have a look. Obviously it's kind of silly because I had breakfast, but yeah, I mean, it's just only like a tiny burger, so it doesn't really matter. I'm also on my period, but again, it doesn't really matter. We're marking together 67 centimeters for my waist so far. And now for the bunda, roll of drums. Measure, by the way, just in the middle of your glutes, not here, in the middle where it's sticking out, okay? 105, so not too bad. I haven't lost a lot of muscle at all so far, so that's going great. Now, another thing important for your body types, because a lot of people will already measure themselves and they're like 110, 120. It depends on bum shapes are different. My bum is more like that. It's like a peach, like it's like more like round. It's got like upper glutes. Some people have it more down, concentrated on their bottom area. Never compare your measurements to mine. Also, I have a really small waist in general, so my frame is different, my whole body composition is different, so never compare your measurements with my own, just because everyone is different. Your shape will be different. Someone can have already wider hips or bigger legs in general, that it might be structured, their skeleton might be structured different, so it looks like, for example, they're bigger or smaller, for example. Someone can be very petite and it looks like they have 90 centimeters, but their glutes are really popping out because it's in proportion to their skeleton, to their structure, to their genetics as well. Because someone that is taller or heavier or someone that is completely different, please never compare measurements with other people. That's basically my point. Now, time for the cringy poses. I actually hate it because it's so cringy. Okay, so that's me obviously standing in the front, not even posing. No, that's me posing. All right, then there's me from this side. There's me pausing. I don't know why I make these weird noises, please. Like for me, never mind. Like we can see, the bunda gains are still going strong. From the back. And there is nearly no posing that you can do from the back. So yeah. So I'm gonna be taking you later on for my leg day, by the way, to the gym with me. But let's address the elephant in the room, the dino. This is Tiny Dino, by the way, for me. I love him. He's always with me when I feel upset and I feel like having a cry. I always squash him. It's like my best friend. Anyway, let's go back to normal. Let me just tell you, Familia, what happens, how I'm doing this cut, okay? Let's go back down to the T. Right, so I've been bulking, like you say. So I'm coming off my bulk slowly. Right, the reason why I do my cuts slowly is because everyone does cuts differently. They're more free to do however they want it. My approach is personally this one for myself because it works for me. I don't want to start losing a lot of bunda gains, okay? So I do mine slowly. So every 2 weeks, mark my words, this is how I do it. Every 2 weeks, I will decrease the calories a little bit by 150 to 200 calories. At the moment, because I've been bulking, instead of putting myself on a deficit, at the moment, it's basically like I'm maintaining. I'm in the middle of maintenance because I can't jump from bulking to to the calorie deficit straight away. I want to do it slowly. So for example, if I was bulking at 2,600 calories, every 2 weeks I would do 2,400 calories, from 2,400 to 2,200, and then from 2,200 to 2,000. And I'll do that every 2 weeks. However, just because I was like on a bigger bulk, I just put myself on 2,400 calories for now. So 2,300 to be honest, rather than that, just because I want to work towards more my maintenance, if it makes sense. So yeah, so that's number one, numero uno. Numero dos, I like my food, Mia, and you know that I'm a foodie, right? I'd rather eat a little bit more, obviously still within my calories, so 2,300, but have more cardio in. So I'm gonna do more exercising at the gym. So I've been doing some sprinting. So I'm trying to move my body overall more to what I usually do. So for example, usually I used to do 4 sessions at the gym, okay? So I trained 4 sessions a week. Now I train 5. So I added my energy expenditure, which overall it will make and add up to the amount of calories I burn in a week, right? Because the equation to lose fat is always the same. The calories that you consume and that you eat, they need to be inferior to the calories that you burn. So that's nice and easy. And then another important thing for me, I'm gonna show you right now. I love cream eggs. I love them. Let me just show you another one. As a matter of fact, I just love chocolate. And I think, referring to what we said before about the spinach and everything, which by the way, I love spinach. I eat it on the side. I wouldn't just eat it out of the bag because that's gross. At least wash them. But what I wanted to tell you is that it's also important when you're doing a deficit or you start any new journey, not to restrict yourself. Have a chocolate once a day. It's not gonna kill you. 1 chocolate, like 2 of these. Can you believe? Like, learn how to track your food, Famia. That's the reason. Because people say, oh no, it's boring. You don't have to do it forever. You only do it for a short amount of time. You just learn what you eat, and then you get the freedom because you understand that actually eating 2 chocolates like this, it's only 100 calories. Did you believe that? That only 100 calories? Which are inferior, for example, if you have like an avocado salad with salmon, and which obviously nutrients-wise is better, but we're talking about calories here. That would have, like, a lot of people will pick up something from the supermarket, like it could be anything, like a bag of nuts, for example, that is supposed to be healthier, and they have like 300-400 calories in there that they're eating, versus 2 chocolates because they say they're bad. These are only 100 calories. So what's better between the bag of nuts and this? For calories, of course. Nutrients is different. That's why we want to have a balanced diet, okay? But the point is not to restrict yourself. That's the most important thing. Learning that, okay, these 2 chocolates, you can have them perfectly fine. If you want a bar of Kinder Bueno, you can have it. It's 100 calories. Who cares? I mean, you need to understand that restricting yourself from your favorite foods is only gonna make you binge later. Anyway, Famia, now I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna do some clients check-in and everything, and I will see you later at the gym for a juicy leg session. Okay, so it's time to resuscitate these glutes. We're gonna be starting, of course, with the one and only hip thrust. We're building up the strength. So first we start with 150 kilos, and I do as many reps as I can. Well, normally no more than 10. For the next set, I of course rest about 60 seconds or so, and then I will do the next set, increasing the weight up to 200 kilos, and I managed to do 8 reps of this. And after this, by the way, I increased it again. I did 220 for 3 reps, and then I finished off with decreasing the weight again and doing 10 reps of this baby. Then on to squats. Of course, before I even started, I did some dynamic stretches to prep, but I didn't film it. But anyway, starting off, I actually didn't film the light one, so I went straight away with 80 kilos. I only filmed the 80 kilos one, but obviously before that I warmed up progressively every single set, and unfortunately I only managed to do 3-4 reps of this. Form kind of declines every time I go heavier on this, but I forgot my belt as well, so I blame it on that. But it wasn't overall too bad, to be honest. My form was alright. Then moving on to cable step-ups. I love doing these on the cable or on the Smith machine. I kind of just change in between. It's better on the cables on the Smith machine because you can go heavier, load more bunda gains basically. Again, 4 reps of 10 for this. And then finished off with the cables. Of course, we need to give some love to those upper glutes and do some upper glute exercises. Did 4 sets of 10 on each leg. Make sure you control the weight, and yeah. Okay, Familia, I'm in my car and I just finished a workout, 2-hour leg day. Let me just put the light on here. 2 hours leg day, and then I also finished off with like 10 minutes on the Stairmaster. The reason why I'm doing this for me is because, like I told you at the beginning of the vlog, it's because I want to burn more calories. And actually tonight, balance, right? I'm going out for dinner, so I'm still gonna choose like the healthiest possible options, okay? But at least I know that I've burned extra calories now, for example on the Stairmaster, and then I can indulge a little bit more now out. So it's about finding the balance. It's not that you can't go out with your friends, for example, later. It's always the same thing. Calories in, so calories you eat, they need to be inferior to the calories you burn, okay? So in one way or another, either whether you eat less or you exercise more, there is only one way, okay? But yeah, I will do more updates later on as I see more results. But I love you and leave you for now. Let me know if you found this useful and what you want to see more. And yeah, I love you and leave you, familia. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time with another video.